Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is the 1st of June and happy Pride Month, first of all. I hope we'll have the best month reading, and I'm very excited because there is a readathon going on that I think will be very fun. We'll see. I have struggled with the first book for it, so I'll let you know all about that in a second. But then my main goal for June is to finish the Dandelion Dynasty series. So I am in the third book. I'm about 230 pages into it right now, and I'm doing a whole separate vlog where I talk about the whole series. So yeah, this is kind of a chunker. So this one is almost 1,000 pages. The fourth book is 1,300 pages. So that will take up a good chunk of my reading time in June. I will only update you sporadically about this here because, as I said, I'm doing the whole separate vlog and I don't want to repeat myself too much. But so far I'm really enjoying this series. So I hope that I can get through it with a lot of speed because I like it. And then we have a readathon going on. It is the Patreon readathon from Riley Marie, and I'm very excited for it. It has kind of the overall theme of reading queer books, but then we have kind of a game board where you roll the dice, and depending on where you land, you have certain prompts. So I will show you my first roll in a second and let you know what I'm reading for that.
So let's start this readathon by rolling the dice. Okay, 4. Let's see. We have this as a start then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blue or purple cover.
Now, this first prompt was definitely a struggle for me. And I realized that that is because I really like kind of casual queer representation in my book. So for example, with the Dandelion Dynasty series, we do have queer characters in here. And starting with the second book, it's actually one of the main characters or the important characters who is Sapphic. In a way, they don't use terms for that, I think, in the series. So I like that, you know, when it's just casually in the book, but it's not necessarily a book about queer people, you know. So I'm in the mood for a horror or a thriller, just something that is exciting. And with a lot of these, there are probably queer characters in there, but I don't know about it. So instead of Googling the day away, I decided to go with one that I am excited about, but also a little bit scared because it could go either way, really. And that is A Million to One by Adiba Jaigirdar. This is her first historical fiction book, and it is set on the Titanic. So we are following 4 women, or girls, somewhere in between, who try to pull off a big heist, and at least some of the characters in this are Sapphic, so we'll see about that. But yeah, we'll see. It could go either way, but I'll let you know how I like this first book.
This is the look of someone who had first contact with a toddler today because I had friends over and I had her in her room, so everyone was safe, but I think she's still quite tired now.
So today is the 5th of June and I've had a very fun weekend with friends, and I also got a migraine. That's always lovely. So no reading has happened physically, but I am about halfway through my audiobook, A Million to One, and I am enjoying it. This is a Titanic book, and we are following a group of characters who are there for a heist. So we have 4 girls who want to steal the Rubaiyat, which it was an edition of the book, like the most expensive book that was made up until that point in time. It was encrusted with jewels and stuff like that. It was I think like a poetry collection, and so they want to steal that and then basically sell it for parts. And obviously with Titanic stories, we all know how it goes. So right now we're about 2 hours away from the iceberg, and I do like the kind of setup. It's very, very fast paced. It's a YA book, so yeah, there's usually just a bit of a faster pace, not so much like reflection on things, and we do get a little bit of the backstories of these girls. It's quite a diverse group. One of the girls is from Croatia, one of them is half French and half what do you call that in English, from Haiti? I don't know, I'm sometimes not sure how to pronounce the words. And yeah, so we have quite the range, but they all met in Dublin, and yeah, I am enjoying it. Usually with these like Titanic stories, it just makes me want to crave the Titanic movie. And then I also watched Cruel Intentions last night to calm down my migraine, and that made me want to watch Titanic even more, but I probably won't do it because that movie is just way too long. But yeah. The one thing I don't really love about this book is the narrator of the audiobook. I just really don't feel the accents. They might be accurate, but they feel a bit off to me personally. And I also don't like the voice she does for our main character, Josefa. And I also hate how she says Josefa, because in my head I hear horse, Efa. And it annoys the crap out of me. I don't know. Yeah, but apart from that, I'm having fun with the book. It's not gonna be a new favorite, but when I hear Titanic, I can't resist. So yeah, that's that. So today is the 8th of June, and I got a cold. I'm trying to film this update now because I'm afraid of what's gonna happen tomorrow with my voice and everything. I wanted to record my wrap up today, but that's not happening right now. But I did finish A Million to One last night, and so this is my first book for the end of the Rainbow Readathon, I think it's what it's called. And I wanted to give you a quick update. I did enjoy this book. I decided to give it 3.5 stars in the end. I always get intrigued by Titanic retellings and then realize that I'm literally just waiting for the ship to start sinking. And so yeah, I don't know. I just always fall into the trap. But it was a fun read if you're into these kind of YA historical stories. I did read quite a good Goodreads review that talked about some of the problematic stuff, especially with the portrayal of the racial issues of the time that are really not dealt with at all. Like there's 2 like throwaway comments about it, but that's it. And also, honestly, hashtag justice for Hina, because I do not agree with this book. Like, Hina is the one who pulls off everything. She does everything for this heist. Like, she's the only one you would really need to do it. And then, no, do not agree. So if you've read the book, let me know whether you agree with me. But yeah, I thought that those comments were definitely valid. Like, we don't really learn anything about these girls, even though they are meant to be like a diverse cast. So we have Violet, who is supposed to be from Croatia, but it sounded like her family wasn't Croatian. They just went there. So I didn't even really catch that. But we don't talk about any of the unrest in this part of the world at all, in these like Eastern Europe parts during the time. Then we have Emily, whose mother was from Haiti, and we learn nothing about that, nothing about the history, colonialism, anything like that. And then we have Hina, who is from what then was India. I'm not quite sure the area. It was mentioned in the Goodreads comment. I didn't even catch that in the book. But I'm not quite sure where it would be today. I think it would be in Pakistan today, actually. But apart from that, we learn nothing about that region at all as well. I think there was like one comment about how she liked the Irish because they fight the British too or something like that. I think that's the only thing we get of colonial history. So do not go into the book for that. It will not pick that up, and you could honestly have just 4 Irish girls and it wouldn't really change anything at all. But yeah, apart from that, I had fun with it. The heist was like fantastic. You can definitely see where this book is going, but I still enjoyed it, and I think it's a fun and cute story, and it has some Sapphic rep, so it worked for this readathon. And I think I like Adiba Jaigirdar. I think she has like fun ideas for her books, and I do usually enjoy them just because they're sapphic and cute, but not really a lot more going on there. So that's that. 3.5 stars for this book, and now I'm going into Girls Made of Snow and Glass, something like that. Okay, it's time for the second roll. 5. So we're starting here with the blue and purple cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is actually a shortcut, and now we have to roll again. Okay, so third roll is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On your TBR for a long time. Oh my. So I wanted to do this with my audiobooks, and I don't have like a real backlist, but I'm just gonna go onto my wish list and see which queer books have been there for a very, very long time. Okay, I think I found just a book, and that is Girls Made of Snow and Glass, and this is tagged as lesbian or sapphic, so I'm very intrigued to get into this by one. Melissa Bashardoust. And this is so funny because I'm now working on like my options list I had for the Asian Readathon, but it is not on purpose at all. It's just that these books now fit this new Readathon, and I've been meaning to read them, so it's not very surprising, but I just think it's so funny how I'm now going through those books that I had like as extra options if I get through a lot of my books in May. So yeah, we'll see how I like that one. It's a Snow White retelling, but I think we actually have a little bit of a different perspective on the stepmom and Snow White. So I'm intrigued to hear about that. And they're also described as having darker skin. So we don't have the like usual like Snow White character. So yeah, I'm just really intrigued. It's also sapphic, but I have read that the romance is not a big part of it, which I do like because I'm not a big romance reader. So we'll see. I keep you updated on that one. My first homegrown raspberry of the season. I'm so happy. So today's the 16th of June, and I think it is time to end this first part of the vlog. Now, I have no idea if there was anything interesting in this, because I don't know, like the past weekends haven't been so great. The first one, I had friends here, so I didn't film anything, and the second one I was sick, so I feel like this has been a bit of a boring one. And also, I'm not doing so great with my reading. So I have less than 100 pages left in The Veiled Throne, and I hope that I can finish this one today. I'm very, very hopeful, because I just want to know. This definitely changed a lot in tone throughout the book. The second half was really not what I expected, but I'm not mad about it, so we'll see. And so for the second half of June, I definitely want to start and maybe finish, we'll see, The Speaking Bones, so the last book in the series. That's one of my main goals for the rest of this month. But then I'm also participating in the End of the Rainbow Readathon by Riley Marie, and I am in the middle of my second book for that. And I really thought I would be so quick and I would like race through the board, but it's not going so well, to be honest. So I'm about 40% into Girls Made of Glass and Snow. I don't know what the title is. It is very long and very confusing, but I don't know if it is me that I'm just not in the mood for audiobooks right now, and especially one that is basically a fairy tale retelling in a cold setting. Like, it does not match up with my seasonal needs right now. But yeah, it could also be a little bit of the book. Like, there's not a lot happening, I guess, but I also don't dislike it. Like, I do have a good time when I listen to it, but I just never feel like picking it back up. So it is kind of a slow trudge, and it's very sad. So yeah, we'll see how that progresses in the second half of June, and I will keep you updated in the next vlog. So if you want to see that, please subscribe, and yeah, if you do, I will talk to you very soon. Leave a like or a nice comment, I always appreciate those, and goodbye!